Always expect a woman to lie directly to your face. If you're dating, if you're in a relationship, if you're married, you have to understand this. She is looking out for her own best interest. She is looking out for her own well-being. So I don't care how many months or years you've been together. I don't care how many kids you have together. I don't care how you think about any of this stuff. You can always expect the woman that you love to lie directly to your face. You might be sitting there thinking, well, Casey, how does that make any sense? How is it that we can grow together, build a bond together, build a relationship together, be there for one another, but you're telling me that the person that I love the most is here to betray me? Listen, this is what you have to know at all times. She is with you for her own best interest. She is with you for her own well-being. She is with you because you bring survival value to the table that she would not get access to if she would not be with you. That means she will say and do anything majority of the time by any means necessary to get what she wants, which is access to your safety, security, provisioning, and resources, and future resources, so that way she is taken care of. This is not about chemistry building, and this is not about building a bond. This is purely about what she wants out of the deal, what she wants out of the interaction, what she wants out of the transaction. And until you finally wake up and you realize this, you're in for a rude awakening every single relationship that you get into, because you do not yet understand female nature. To help you learn, understand, and master the language of women, check out what I made for you. It's in my bio. It's in my description. You'll love it.
Men who go against social norms have a way higher likelihood of getting laid. Listen, the older I get, you realize that there is no rules. There is only judgment and hate from other men who are too scared to actually conquer their own goals. Listen, whatever you want to do or whatever you want to say is completely fine despite what you think other people are thinking. This is what I mean. You will hear guys say, don't talk to her if she goes to the gym that you go to, because then if she rejects you, it will be awkward. The guy who goes against the social norm says, hey, if I walk up to her and I say, hey, saw you here quite a few times, always thought you were pretty, never went out with you yet, you want to go out sometime, the guy who doesn't care is going to be the guy that she sees is emotionally strong. This is the guy who is socially resilient. And if she says, oh, no, I have a boyfriend, he says, okay, congratulations, take care, I'll see you later. And guess what? He could see her next Tuesday again at the gym, and he don't care. See, that's the thing, is you care about everything. If you're walking out of the shopping mall and you pass her out of that doorway, you can say, hey, beautiful. You can say whatever you want. You can do things and you can say things in order to give yourself a winning advantage. But this is going to start by you scrapping all of these false beliefs that are put upon you by other men. You know, don't talk to her or don't say this because then it might make this awkward. It's like, you know what else is awkward? It's pretty awkward being in your 20s, 30s, or 40s, going to bed every single night single with no family or no one by your side. That's pretty awkward too. Like, cut the shit. Every single excuse that a guy just fills their head with is excuses to keep losing. When you start living by the method where you trust your own brain and your own intellect, like, make this super, super caveman simple. See cute girl, brain wants to talk to cute girl. Go talk to cute girl. That simple. You have an idea, you want to start a business, you want to do something, you want to sell something, brain sees idea, go and do idea. That's it. Monkey see, monkey do. When you start dumbing it down to that level, she goes, oh, wow, this guy actually just goes after what he wants. This guy isn't ashamed of his desires. This guy doesn't have all of this like repressed desire that he just keeps stuffing down. No. Meet who you want, you say what you want, and ask for the clothes. Would you want to go out sometime? You want to go grab a drink with me sometime? You want to go out to eat with me sometime? You want to hang out with me sometime? You want to go do something with me sometime? Ask. Just ask. Just ask. Watch how much better your life gets.
A super easy way to attract women is to actually start saying what you think. Okay, this cuts all of the BS social interaction. You turn your brain off and you just say exactly what you think, whatever comes to your mind. Because what you say is correct by default for you. If you're walking down the street and you see a woman and you want to talk to her, I don't care if she's with one friend, two friends, five friends, by herself. If you want to say, hey, thought you were pretty, I want to take you out sometime, there you go. If it's a woman that goes to your gym all the time, okay, you say, hey, I've seen you here a few times. Always thought you were so pretty, never went out with you before. You want to switch numbers? Maybe we can go out sometime. Listen, just say exactly what you want. There is no right or wrong. Every single nice guy is a liar. This is what you got to understand. Every single nice guy out there, what they're doing is they're masking their true intentions with artificial BS. Listen, every single nice guy out there, they're lying. Nice guys are liars because what they're doing is they're masking their true desires. They're masking their true intentions. They're masking what they actually want with fake conversation, trying to get to know her and her friends sitting there as if he cares, carrying on with this 30-minute conversation where everybody's sitting there at the bar. He doesn't care about any of that. He knows he doesn't care about any of that. He wants the number and he wants to go take her out, and that's that. And you know what? If you look at all the times in your life, man, that you've rejected yourself, all the times that you've walked past that pretty girl and you never said one damn thing, you rejected yourself, and another day goes by, another month goes by, another year goes by. Guess what? You're probably more attractive than you even are, or than you think you are, and you don't even know it yet because you haven't even reached your true potential. Start actually speaking your mind, start actually saying what you want, and start actually being a dude who conquers his own goals and goes after what he wants. Because listen, any dude can tell you a million different things of just say this or do it like this. Dude, just start talking and saying exactly what you want and be proud of it and be okay with your desires and watch your entire life change. If you want to learn, understand, and master the language of women, check out what I made for you. It's in my bio. It's in my description. You'll love it. I have an end-to-end process to simplify your dating life and make everything way easier.
You're going to see more and more women completely spazzing out because everybody's antisocial. So what's happening is women are slowly realizing that their whole life, right? For example, every time they go to the gym, you just put your headphones in and you look down. That probably doesn't work month after month, year after year. When you don't reply to every single direct message on the dating app month over month, year over year, that probably doesn't work out very well. When every single time a dude approached you and asked you out on a date, you rejected him just to humble him or do whatever social media told you to do, women are slowly realizing that month by month, year by year, that probably doesn't work out. Okay, so what you're running into now is a generation of men who have essentially given up, and a generation of women now that don't get nearly as much attention as they used to. Men literally quit giving attention because it was completely pointless. It's like, I remember like 10 years ago on social media, right? When I graduated like high school going into college, people would actually interact, right? Like when there was a post on social, if like a hot girl posted a picture, like guys would like comment and like say things and like attempt to like talk to her, and that just like doesn't happen anymore. So the attention is going away. Men have realized that it's completely pointless, and now everybody's antisocial. So you even see complete, you see like places where people should be social, right? A bar, a club, a restaurant, even a gym for that matter. Like a gym, like everybody has a common interest, and most of these people here are single. Nobody talks. Everybody just looks down. Well, here's the thing. If you're a man with some type of balls or fortitude, you don't care. So that means you're the type of guy where you'll walk up to whoever you want to talk to because you're not ashamed of your desires. So I'm here to let you in on a little secret. If you're a man in 2026 right now and you act like a man, you will be rewarded, because there's women, listen to me, there's women that are hot, that have not been approached in months or sometimes even years. You will find women where if you approach them, they will actually tell you, wow, it's been years since anybody's actually came up to me in public and had like desire to talk to me. So here's the thing. Women are slowly realizing that they're going to have to either start pursuing first or make themselves more available and open for attention, conversation, and communication. And men, what you're going to realize is if you have any amount of internal will and fortitude to go after what you want, I genuinely believe that it is easier than ever. It's easier than ever to get a date if you just do what's required. If you want to learn, understand, and master the language of women, check out what I made for you. It's in my bio. It's in my description. I have an end-to-end process you can copy-paste into your dating life and start to win. You'll love it.
When a woman sees that you have the balls to say what you want to say, that is far better game than saying what you think and what you believe will give you the best result. Okay, so what a woman sees, okay, if you're a dude saying and doing things in a way to hopefully get the best result, you essentially are putting her on a pedestal because subconsciously you're chasing your approval, or you're chasing her approval, hoping that you give the right answers so you can get in return her desire. And see, this is like the classic mistake that every single guy makes, is trying to be someone or be something that they are not, trying to fit a specific mold or archetype when that guy fundamentally just is not that. listen, she's going to see right through that. She's going to see the facade. She's going to see that it's not you. Okay, and she's going to see that you're saying and doing things in order to hopefully alter the outcome. And this never works long term. Listen, guys, you maybe can get laid doing stuff like that, right? Maybe once or twice you two see each other, or a few times even, but eventually the mask comes off. You're saying things to yield an outcome, to hopefully make up for your lack of core identity, and it's just not good. Okay, it's not good at all. What you have to do is you have to figure out who you are, your career, your hobbies, your interests, your purpose, your beliefs. That's an important thing, okay? Stop trying to be the bad boy, okay, if you're not a bad boy. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to know who you are deep down, and when you know who you are deep down, she's going to look at you and go, this guy doesn't put on a facade. This guy is okay with himself, and this guy is okay with rejection if it comes to that, because he's not necessarily fearful to get rejected, because he's not trying to have a specific outcome. He is literally just existing. If you can get to that point, you're going to win. If you want to learn, understand, and master the language of women, check out what I made for you. It's in my bio. It's in my description. I have an end-to-end process you can start to use to make your dating life way better.
More men need to embrace going bald. You don't need to run from it. Okay, all of the things that make you a masculine man need to be embraced, not looked down upon. Right, like look at all of the things that comes with aging, right? Wisdom, competency, being smart, being emotionally grounded, having a good head on your shoulders, right? All of these things are a sign of aging and strength and maturity and overall masculinity. These things need to be embraced. Like, guys who fundamentally feel on a deep down level that everything about themselves needs to look so perfect, you genuinely don't understand that attracting women or a woman that you're into is about energy. Women follow energy, okay? When the energy is right, her emotions work in your favor. There's numerous dudes out there who are handsome or who have great hair, but she gets to know him and there's personality traits or there's things he says or things that he does where she can feel insecurity or nervousness. Okay, the benefit that you have as a man, honestly, man, the benefit that you have is she falls in love with you for reasons that are not about how you look, right? How awesome is that? You literally have this amazing, almost superpower of having other things about you that are equally or more important than your hairline, right? And if everything is about the perfect picture and the perfect whatever shaving routine or some whatever, right? A lot of guys are just fundamentally missing the key traits that they actually need to be focusing on, because how you show up and your presence, okay, that's something that goes deeper, okay, than just surface level. If you're going bald, embrace it. Get in the gym, get jacked, get strong, get happy. Most importantly, right? Get happy. Get happy about your life. If you're happy about your life, that radiates. If you want to learn, understand, and master the language of women, check out what I made for you. It's in my bio. It's in my description. You'll love it. Some women that you meet will seek the relationship with you only to completely destroy you. This is what you have to understand, is sometimes you will run across somebody that you're dating and the entire objective that that person has is to completely destroy you, okay? This is what you have to understand. Some women that you meet, what she wants to do from day one is see how many games she can play, if she can emasculate you, if she can get you to fall in love, and then if she can slowly pull away, or if she can get you to make a complete fool out of yourself. Now, you will meet some women that don't act that way to you. That's awesome. Those are the women that you want to date. But what you have to remember is this. Sometimes you will run across bad people in general. You will run across bad friends. You might run across bad family members. You might run across a
a bad woman that you are dating. But listen, what you have to remember is that majority of the time, that is a them problem. That's not always a you problem. Because a lot of times that same woman, okay, will take the exact same behavior that she did to you, and she will copy paste that same behavior in the next relationship, and the next relationship, and the next relationship. You need to find people who are on your team. You need to find people who are on your side. And that goes for friends, it goes for family members, that goes for loved ones, and that definitely goes for the woman that you're dating. The woman that you're dating is one of the most important decisions that you ever make. You want to choose somebody who has your best interests at heart. You want to choose somebody who is there for you. You want to choose somebody who every single time you pick up the phone, they answer and they're happy to talk to you. You want to date somebody where every single time you text message, there is not a single doubt in your mind that you won't receive that text back. You want to date women who are genuinely nice to you. And doesn't that make the most sense? Like, doesn't that make the most sense? You would want a friend in your life who's nice to you every single day, okay? The most important thing is that the woman that you're dating is nice to you. And I know that that sounds overly simplified, but it's not. You want that woman to be able to easily say, hey, good morning. How was your day? Great to see you. I'm excited you called. I can't wait to get dinner with you. If she's not giving you that energy, what are you attempting to even date that woman for? She's not on your team. When you start to actually align with women who are on your team, you'll realize that life gets way better. If you want to learn, understand, and master the language of women, to see the process, the system that I built, so I can help you attract the women that you want into your dating life and then retain interest levels in relationships, then you have to go and check out what I made. It's in my bio, it's in my description. Go and see it. Any hot woman that you see that you want to talk to, you go up and you talk to her. You need to develop courage. A lot of men are using all of these lines like, I don't give validation, I want to keep my peace, I just blah, blah, blah. But the fact is they don't have the internal fortitude, they don't have the balls to actually approach in the first place. You have to get to the ability, okay? You have to get to the point in life where you realize that you're not going to live forever. And every single day you're getting older, which means if you don't have the family that you want, if you don't have the girlfriend that you want, the wife you want, what are you waiting for? Like, how many times have you been walking down the street? How many times have you been walking or biking down the bike trail or whatever? How many hundreds of times in your life over the past 5 years have you seen that really hot girl? And every single time you just walk by, you don't say nothing. Man, if you want to keep using cope lines like, oh, you know, juice ain't worth the squeeze, or if you want to keep saying stuff like, oh, you know, I'm not giving her validation, well, what, do you expect her to instantly start the conversation with you? You could even grow some courage to just say, damn, you look good. Oh, damn, didn't know I was going to meet this pretty woman today on the bike trail. You could say anything, and if you want to tell me that that's over-validating, so what, if she tells you she has a boyfriend, or what, you lost 20 seconds, and then you keep going on about your day? You ain't over-validating. Go get what you want when it comes to your goals. Go and conquer. Listen, if you conquer your goals, and listen, if you're working towards building like an attractive body, you're in the gym, you're eating healthy, you look lean, fit, strong, powerful, why wouldn't that woman want to go out with you? In fact, you actually having the courage to speak your mind without needing to use game, without needing to think that you need these advanced social skills, all this crap that you hear, she will know within a few seconds if she thinks you're hot or not. And if you have to do anything else other than being you to convince her, she ain't your type of woman anyways. There is some interactions I've had in my life where I've said nothing more than, damn, you look real pretty today, what's your name? And she introduced herself, and from there we exchanged numbers and then went out on a date. And that's all it took, and that's all it should take. If you are complicating this, you got to realize you're getting older. As you're getting older, if you don't have the family that you want, the life that you want, what are you waiting for? Go and actually take action. Most men go their whole lives without taking any action, and that's exactly why they fail. If you want to learn, understand, and master the language of women, check out what I made for you. It's in my bio, it's in my description. You'll love it. You need to get some courage in your life. if you start asking a woman questions over text message, she will do absolutely everything to not give you a straight answer. She will do everything to not give you a direct answer. Because when you start asking her questions, there is something that goes off in her mind. Like, the written word does something to women. I'll tell you this, anytime you're using the written word to communicate with women, a lot of times what you'll find is that her first instinct is usually potential manipulation. Okay, what I have found, over the years, after just seeing all this play out over the past 10 years, it does not matter how high status a guy is, it does not matter how good looking a guy is, it does not matter how tall a guy is, it does not matter if that guy is a professional athlete. Anytime you start asking questions to a woman over text message, what you're going to find is that 9 times out of 10, she starts to not answer what you asked. She starts to say different things in order to get you to keep conversation going, or to get you to ask the question a second time, or to get you to sit there and wonder, why didn't she just answer when I asked this directly? Okay, this is what you're going to find. The written word does something to women, okay, when they're communicating back with you. So what I advise you to do is use I am statements, okay, and just overall statements in general that do not require a response from her, because when you do that, when you almost set up the text message in a way where you're hoping that she leaves you on read, she doesn't. If you want to learn, understand, and master the language of women at an even deeper level, it's in my bio, it's in my description. I have an end-to-end process you can copy paste into your dating life and start to use and go. How to give her that tingle in the spot that counts just by using your words. If you approach her, okay, and you confidently say, hey, excuse me, you look damn good in that dress. Hey, excuse me, I thought you looked damn good in those leggings. Excuse me, you look so good in those jeans. You look damn good in those jeans. You have a way higher chance, a way higher probability of getting her excited, especially in the spots that it counts, than you ever would running some type of social circle game or going in with the classic, hey, thought you're so pretty, hey, thought you're so cute. That doesn't stick the same. If you want to approach women the right way, because listen, think about any time that you have had a girlfriend or something, or you've had like romantic desire with a woman where you two are, let's say you two are sleeping together. It's the words, right? The words, all those things you two say together, right? When you two are having that intimate act in the bedroom, right? All those words is what's getting her to actually feel some type of way. Look, if you are saying things that are too textbook nice, it's not going to have the right vocabulary where it sticks, okay? If you say the things that are edgy, now all of a sudden she looks at you and she goes, okay, damn, this guy knows how to act like a man. And this is what most men are missing. You could do this literally with 5 to 10 women that you meet on a weekend, even just on a Saturday by going out. Maybe you go to the shopping mall, maybe you go to the grocery store, you go down the walk trail, you go down anywhere. And guess what happens? You go to bed at night, you didn't over-validate. All you wasted was maybe 10, 20, 30 seconds of your life. And from there you say, you want to go out sometime? And that's that. That's it. That's how easy this is. That's how easy this is to actually start being a guy that actually gets what he wants and attracts. Now, keep in mind, you want to maintain the body, the physique, the shape, and the figure. I'm not saying you got to be the most jacked dude. I'm not saying you got to be the best looking. But look, this works a hell of a lot better if she looks at you and she goes, damn, he looks like a man. He looks like a man who could protect. This is a dude who has appeal. This is a dude who's like very attractive. You spend all your time working on that so you're able to say the things you want to say, and you can speak your mind with truth, and she gets turned on by it. And if she doesn't like you, she says, oh, thank you, I'm flattered, but I got a boyfriend. You say, oh, congratulations, and you keep it moving. But if you're going to go through your whole life never talking to the women you want to talk to, and you're going to keep telling yourself, oh, I'm not validating her just because, then keep being single, because you can't even help yourself.